Hello, I'm Dr. Chen, and at 91 years old, I've dedicated my life to understanding how the human body ages, and more importantly, how to reverse it. Today, I'm going to share a discovery that could dramatically transform how you look and feel, particularly around your neck area. Are you noticing more wrinkles when you look in the mirror? Does your neck feel stiff and uncomfortable? Do you catch yourself looking down at your phone, knowing it's causing that dreaded tech neck? What if I told you there's a simple 1-minute daily practice that could make you look and feel up to 20 years younger? It might sound too good to be true, but I've seen this technique transform thousands of lives over my 6 decades in medicine. Let me tell you about Sarah, a 58-year-old executive who came to my clinic last year. She was desperate, having tried everything from expensive creams to painful injections. Her neck pain was constant, her posture was deteriorating, and she felt she looked a decade older than her actual age. Within just 3 weeks of learning the technique I'm about to share, her neck pain vanished. But what surprised her most? Her colleagues started asking what she'd done to look so much younger. Now you might be thinking, another anti-aging promise? Really? I understand your skepticism. As a physician trained in both Western medicine and traditional Eastern practices, I was initially doubtful myself. But what I discovered through years of research and patient care is a powerful connection between specific pressure points in the neck and our body's natural rejuvenation processes. Before we dive into the science and the specifics, comment below where in the world you're watching from. What makes this technique so remarkable isn't just its simplicity, it's the science behind it. You see, our modern lifestyle has created what I call a technological aging syndrome. We spend hours looking down at our phones and computers, creating unprecedented stress on our neck's supporting structures. This doesn't just affect how we look, it disrupts vital energy pathways that traditional Chinese medicine has understood for thousands of years. When Sarah first came to me, she'd already spent thousands on treatments that only addressed the surface issues. What she needed, what we all need, was a solution that works from the inside out, reactivating our body's natural ability to maintain youthful vigor and appearance. I discovered this technique quite by accident while studying ancient medical texts in a small village outside Beijing. There, I met an extraordinary 103-year-old woman who had the posture and neck mobility of someone half her age. When I asked her secret, she demonstrated a precise pressure technique passed down through generations of her family. What fascinated me most was how this aligned perfectly with modern anatomical understanding of our neck's structure. You see, your neck contains a complex network of over 20 muscles, vital blood vessels, and energy meridians that affect your entire body. When these become compressed or misaligned, which happens constantly in our modern world, it triggers a cascade of aging effects. Think of your neck like a garden hose. When it's kinked, water can't flow properly. Similarly, poor neck alignment restricts blood flow, lymphatic drainage, and vital energy circulation. This creates a perfect storm for premature aging, reduced collagen production, decreased muscle tone, and compromised cellular renewal. The technique I learned and refined works by targeting specific points along what traditional Chinese medicine calls the governing vessel, a crucial energy pathway running up the spine and neck. When stimulated correctly, these points trigger a remarkable rejuvenation response throughout your body. Michael, another patient of mine, experienced this firsthand. At 65, he'd resigned himself to living with chronic neck stiffness and what he called his turkey neck. He'd tried numerous exercises and even considered surgery. After learning this technique, not only did his neck pain disappear within weeks, but his wife noticed his double chin had significantly reduced. More importantly, his sleep improved, his headaches vanished, and he regained the confidence to hold his head high again. What makes this method so effective is that it works with your body's natural healing mechanisms. Unlike artificial interventions that force temporary changes, this technique reactivates your body's innate ability to maintain youthful vitality. It's like turning on a switch that's been dimmed by modern living. The best part? You don't need any special equipment, expensive treatments, or complicated routines. Just your hands and 1 minute of your time each day. And I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. Let me show you exactly how this technique works. Place your thumbs gently on either side of your neck, right at the base where it meets your shoulders. You're looking for what I call the youth points, small, slightly tender areas about 1 inch from your spine. Most people are surprised to find these spots are actually quite sensitive when first touched. That's completely normal and actually indicates areas that need attention. Now, here's where most people make a crucial mistake. They press too hard, thinking more pressure equals better results. But the secret lies in gentle, sustained pressure, about as much as you'd use to test a ripe plum. Apply this pressure while taking 3 deep breaths, slowly rotating your thumbs in tiny circles. The transformation happens in what I call the golden minute. As you maintain this gentle pressure, you might feel a warm sensation spreading up your neck and into your jaw. This is your body's natural healing response being activated. Some of my patients describe it as a melting sensation, as years of accumulated tension begin to release. What's fascinating is how this simple technique triggers multiple rejuvenation mechanisms simultaneously. First, it stimulates blood flow to your facial muscles and skin, which naturally increases collagen production. Second, it releases tension in the platysma muscle. That's the thin sheet of muscle that, when tight, creates those visible neck bands we associate with aging. Think of it like smoothing a wrinkled sheet. When you release the tension patterns that have built up over years of poor posture and stress, your skin naturally returns to a more youthful position. This is why Sarah, my patient I mentioned earlier, saw such dramatic results. She wasn't just addressing surface wrinkles. She was correcting the underlying patterns that cause them. The third and perhaps most remarkable effect involves what traditional Chinese medicine calls qi flow. Modern research has shown that stimulating these specific points increases production of nitric oxide, a molecule crucial for cellular repair and regeneration. It's like giving each cell in your neck and face a rejuvenating mini-spa treatment. But here's what makes this technique truly revolutionary. It creates a compounding effect. Each day you practice it, you're not just maintaining, you're actually building upon the previous day's results. This is why patients often report looking younger as weeks go by, rather than just preventing further aging. However, I need to share some important precautions. If you have any acute neck injuries, severe arthritis, or have recently had neck surgery, please consult your healthcare provider before trying this technique. And if you experience any sharp pain while practicing it, stop immediately. For most people, the key to success is consistency and proper technique. Let me share what Angela, a 72-year-old grandmother, discovered. She was skeptical at first, telling me, "Dr. Chen, I've tried everything for my turkey neck." But she followed my instructions precisely, applying gentle pressure, never forcing, and maintaining a daily practice. Within a month, she noticed her necklaces were fitting differently, and her grandchildren stopped asking why she always looked tired. Now let me share something fascinating about timing. Through years of observation, I found this technique works best when practiced in what I call the golden hours, either first thing in the morning or just before bed. This is when your body's natural healing responses are most active. To enhance the results, I recommend combining this practice with proper hydration. Think of your skin cells like grapes. When they're well hydrated, they're plump and firm. When dehydrated, they shrivel. I tell my patients to drink a glass of water before their morning practice and another before the evening session. Here's another crucial detail many miss: breathing. As you apply the pressure, breathe deeply into your belly. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's relaxation response, which enhances the rejuvenating effects. I often say to my patients, let your breath be your guide. If you're breathing comfortably, you're probably applying the right amount of pressure. Remember Jennifer, a 55-year-old teacher who came to me with what she called her smartphone neck. She made remarkable progress once she understood this breathing connection. It's not just about the pressure, she told me later. It's about creating that moment of calm while doing the technique. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity, but don't let that simplicity fool you. Every aspect, the precise placement of your fingers, the gentle pressure, the breathing, works together to create what I call a youth activation cascade. This triggers your body's natural regenerative processes, helping restore that youthful vitality we all remember. Let me share 3 key principles that will maximize your results with this technique. First, consistency matters more than intensity. 1 minute, twice daily, is far more effective than longer, sporadic sessions. Second, pay attention to your body's feedback. That warm, gentle sensation we discussed, that's your signal that you're doing it correctly. And third, combine this with mindful posture throughout your day. Think about elongating your neck whenever you check your phone or work at your computer. Now, I want to address a question I often hear. Dr. Chen, can this really help someone my age? Let me tell you about Robert, who started this technique at 83. He'd been struggling with neck stiffness that made it difficult to drive safely. Within weeks of consistent practice, he regained enough mobility to confidently check his blind spots. More surprisingly, his daughter noticed his double chin had significantly diminished. What makes this method so powerful is that it works regardless of your starting point. Whether you're in your 30s and preventing premature aging, or in your 70s and wanting to reverse years of accumulated tension, the principle remains the same. We're simply reactivating your body's natural rejuvenation processes. The results I've seen in my clinic continue to amaze me, even after all these years. Patients report not just physical changes, the visible reduction in neck wrinkles and improved posture, but also unexpected benefits. Many experience better sleep, fewer headaches, and a notable increase in energy levels. It's as if releasing this central pathway allows their entire body to function more efficiently. Remember, aging is natural, but premature aging isn't. With this simple technique, you're not fighting against nature. You're working with your body's innate wisdom to maintain its youthful vitality. Think of it as daily maintenance for your neck's youth-preserving mechanisms. I've shared this technique with thousands of patients over my career, and the most common regret I hear is, I wish I'd known about this sooner. Well, today is your sooner. Whether you're already noticing signs of neck aging or want to prevent them, you now have a powerful tool at your disposal. Start tonight. Give yourself that golden minute. Your future self will thank you for taking this simple, yet profound step toward rejuvenation. And remember, consistency is your key to transformation.